Hi guys, and welcome back to the last leg of the KitKat Cup. So we've been to Glencorse and we've been to Loch Leven, and today we're here at the Lake of Menteith, Jock.
We're at the Lake of Menteith, and today is the big decider.
It is. So we're one apiece and we're going to decide it at the lake. You fish this an awful lot, pal, don't you?
I fish it an awful lot, Lindsay, but obviously I'm taking you to the area, the fish are there, so...
Aye, and there's a lot of fish here.
Oh.
So, let's see what's going to happen. Without further ado, let's get into it. Well, we're out in the water and the veterans have all headed out to their various bits, and they'll have 4 or 5 fish in the bag before me and Jock's put our rod together. But what's going to be the tactics for today? Well, for me, it's going to be a slow tip. We've got 100% cloud cover. I'm going to fish a booby on the point, 2 cormorants up, and a bit of colour to attract the fish into my cast. Jock, what are you going to be doing today?
Well, firstly, Lindsay, it's actually great to be back at the Lake of Menteith with you.
Well, I recall last year, pal.
And, yeah, I think your tactics are pretty spot on. I'm going to actually be doing something very, very similar. I'm going to try the Snowy Buzzer tip. I'm going to try 2 boobies, and I'm going to have 2 cormorants, or possibly nymphs. We'll see how it goes. I'll start with the cormorants. The fishing reports are absolutely fantastic, as normal for the Lake of Menteith, of course. I think what the word on the street is Loch End. I know a lot of fish has been caught there, but I think we'll give that a miss, Lindsay. I think what we might do is concentrate on the road.
I think it might be a bit busy, Jock, because the word is out, innit?
Could be busy. I don't want to sit in a big fleety boats, and I'm saying that it has been a good split so far. So
I think there's fish all over the lake at the minute, Jock, by the sounds of things.
And the quality of the fish that's been getting caught from reports is absolutely amazing. The boys are saying you can hardly get, or the girls as well, they're saying that you can hardly get the fish to the boat. They're that strong, and that's all credit to the fishery itself, of course.
Well, I've got to be honest with you, Jock, if they're as strong as the fish at Glencorse, I'll be very impressed.
No,
because them fish were something else.
You've got a good point, but Lindsay, wait till you try and get these to the boat today. Wait till you try and get these to the boat today. So, the weather is going to be a wet one, which is obviously the reason that we're talking on the mics on these wee cameras with the GoPro, Lindsay.
Aye, but they're no the best, but we'll do what we can with the sound quality, and we'll try and clean the lenses as much as possible.
So hopefully we can bring you some good action shots today. I'm sure we will. And let's take it from there, Lindsay.
And may the best man win, Jock.
Oh, I forgot to mention, does everybody know it's 1 each?
Aye.
Lindsay beat me on my home water. I can't believe it. I'll tell you what, it's all on today. It's all on today. And you know, the way the lake's fishing, Lindsay could take this home. Jane,
come on!
Lindsay could take this home. I'll try my best to stop it, guys, I will. Here we go.
To be fair to Jock though, I think the only reason, and it was only 5'4", it was 5'4", and the only reason for that is because the water was really coloured, and I think that's probably what threw you a bit, Jock, eh?
No, we had a gentleman's agreement and I gave you the inside drift.
But that was the wrong choice, wasn't it?
Ah, but even though you pushed us out, you still kept you on the inside. You kept me in the middle of nowhere. No, I shouldn't say that. It was a very fair, very good spirited day.
Right, we're going to sign off now and get set up, because I can hear the excitement in Jock's voice. We're both gagging to get fishing. So, we'll see you in a bit with some action.
And the first blood to Lindsay.
Jock and I have been out for a wee while now, and as you've seen, the weather's been absolutely atrocious, but we are still catching a few fish. I think Jock and I have both tinkered with our setups. Jock's been on the full floater. He tried an amazing little trick that I'll bear in mind for the future. I've not really heard it before. Jock, do you want to tell what folk you were doing with the two culls and the buzzers?
What I had two suspended buzzers, one on the point, one on the top dropper, full floating line, the two size. I think there were 14 light buzzers hanging in between. The fish were topping and tailing, just putting it in front of them, hoping that they would come along, maybe go over the dry or onto the buzzers if they were subsurface. I did get a pull, but I missed it. We don't count misses in this game in the KitKat Cup.
So what Jock's done, it's very clever. He's covering both the bases of both fish taking things off the surface as well as the fish taking subsurface. And looking at the water and watching the rise forums, I believe that the fish are taking stuff that are just about coming up to hatch. So
I'm awfully sorry, I have to cast and rise in front of me.
Yep, we've got fish rising around us in the boat. The rain stopped, which is a great thing. Sadly, the rain didn't stay off for long, but in the small window I had, I hope I've managed to capture some of the beauty that is the Lake of Menteith. Jock and I did do a piece to camera. Unfortunately, I forgot to press record on the camera and that failed to come out. Hence, we now have this voiceover. At the halfway stage, I had 5 fish and Jock had 4. It was very close and we were tit for tat all morning. After lunch, we went straight back to where we'd left off at Loch End, and I immediately went through a little purple patch. It was at this point that Jock finally succumbed and took the flies that I was offering him. Although we both caught fish, we felt that Loch End had gone off a bit, and we moved to Chicken Leg Bay. As we drifted into the bay, there was lots of fish moving in the surface, and it didn't take long before both of us had changed the dry flies. But after only scaring a couple of fish, we decided we had to move. Jock's vast experience of the water told him that it was time to go back to the road shore. As we motored across, the rain came down even heavier. I was constantly checking my watch. Being ahead by 3 fish with only an hour and a bit to go, I was feeling pretty confident. We were fishing right into the bank, under the trees, and still getting sport. Sadly, Jock was getting a little bit more sport than I was. It was all I could do as I watched my lead slowly diminish until we got to 7 each with only 20 minutes to go. It couldn't have been a more exciting end to the KitKat Cup.
Well done, pal.
I was thinking, well, I can take the draw, but Jock was thinking, I can still win this. I checked my watch and it was time to leave. Jock said just one more cast, and I knew then it was going to happen, and sure enough, his rod buckled over before he'd even retrieved quarter of his line. He quickly played the fish to the boat, victory ensured, and we got back to the harbour. It's a real shame that conditions the way they were. I'm very, very proud of the videos I made at both Glencorse and Loch Leven, and it's a shame that I feel this one has just been a little bit lacking. Well, that's our day here at the Lake of Menteith over and done with, and as you can tell by my tone, it's not quite gone my way this year, once again. But I'm thoroughly disappointed because with just 20 minutes in the match to go, I was 3 fish ahead, and Jock just hit a pod, and the very last cast before we had to come in, he got the last fish and netted it. You really couldn't make it up. Jock, you fished
Lindsay.
exceptionally well, and you deserve it.
Well, I might have won the KitKat Cup, but I don't know if I won the competition because Magic just gave Lindsay a lovely bottle of whiskey. A lovely bottle of whiskey. What was that, a litre bottle?
A nice bottle of 12-year-old Glenfiddich for the whisky connoisseurs, but
so
I think I'd rather have had that wee KitKat Cup.
Ah, well. But what I must say is Lindsay gave me the fly that I started to catch the fish on. And it's a cracking little booby. If you want to see that booby, I'm sure Lindsay will tie it sometime in the future, Lindsay.
I'll do a tutorial maybe in a couple of weeks' time, once I've recovered from the disappointment. But
it's been an absolute fantastic KitKat Cup this year, and I'm sure you'll love the videos.
It's been so good. Unfortunately, because of the rain today, we couldn't really do a lot of verbal stuff in the boats. I mean, it absolutely bucketed Jock, didn't it? But we got off to a flyer in the morning, so we caught, I think I had 5 and you had 4 when we came in for lunch. And then what we did is we went back to where we were catching fish, because most of the other boys weren't really getting them, and it was a mistake, because what they did is they moved to various different areas and they started to slay them.
Some of the boys have done well. Some of the
really
boys
well. I mean, there was numbers up to 15, I believe, which is excellent. So we moved from Loch End, and Jock took us over to Chicken Leg Bay, is it?
Chicken Leg Bay, yeah.
And I've never seen so many fish.
But we couldn't catch them.
I changed to dries. I had 1 refusal, or I missed it actually, it's probably more honest. I think you were the same, Jock, didn't you? You changed to the dries, and we just couldn't connect with them. And it was becoming quite frustrating. So Jock then took us over to...
We went back to Loch End.
Loch End, but...
It didn't feel right, so then we went to the road shore.
It was a flat cam virtually. It was very difficult to get any turnover in the leader.
Yeah.
We were casting quite short.
So we nipped round to the road shore, fishing right onto the bank, and that's when I had my wee
purple patch.
Purple patch, Lindsay.
Aye. And I wouldn't have minded, but I was still getting the odd 1 or 2 in amongst the mix. Just keeping myself ahead right until the last. And I'm looking at my watch thinking, 20 minutes to go. There's no chance. There's no way.
At that stage it was 7-7.
Yeah.
7-7. And you know, in the last cast, you know when you get that little knock and it doesn't stick? And then it came back and took it. It was just meant to be, Lindsay.
Oh, my head nearly hit the gunnel.
Anyway.
Thanks again, pal.
Looking forward to next year, buddy.
Next year. We're going to Slovenia. And we came up to the shore.
We moved from
Thanks for
Loch
that. Thanks for that. 3, 2, 1.